Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time, we finished up our new defensive wall, which is just brilliant. I think this is going to be the thing that makes our colony live forever, more or less. I mean, close to forever. You can only hope, you know? It seems like it's a rather nice thing. We also finished up our component assembly bench, which currently is doing nothing because, you know, that's, I guess, how it goes right now. But we're working on it. We'll get things done. And we actually put a floor into the hydroponics system, which we probably need to get a few more hydroponics basins when I think about it. These things are really good for just, you know, prolonged crop production. In terms of that, where are they? It's 1 component and 100 steel for each of them. How many components do we actually have? I feel like we don't have many components. In saying that, I'm not certain that we have any components, actually. It doesn't appear that we have a single component. That is disgusting. Like, that is actually terrible. That's really bad for the colony. What if something breaks down? What if all of the geothermal generators spontaneously combust? Again, I mean, spontaneous combustion or explosion of objects in this game is not actually all that common. But if it were to happen, it would be quite a terrible thing. Aiden, what are you doing? Oh, she's digging compacted steel. That's okay, fine. Go relax socially instead of actually doing your job, Aiden. I see how it is. I see. Jeez, she's the worst. You know what? We got a lot of people. I do have to say, should we try to open up the antediluvian chamber again? I mean, as usual, probably a bad idea when you think about it, but I mean, I think we have it under control. We have a lot of assault rifles, machine guns. Fedocia admittedly only has a spear, but, you know, that's Fedocia's fault and not so much anyone else's fault. And to have this finally opened up would be really nice, because we could actually do some mining into here and mine out some of this steel from within the colony. I don't know if that's actually a good idea when I think about it, but, you know, we could try it regardless. Fedocia, are you feeding chocolate to a muffalo? Do not do that. I mean, apparently. Okay, I take it back. You can do that whenever you want to. I guess that was enough to actually tame that particular muffalo. Feed a muffalo chocolate, and apparently you get a new muffalo. That is how it works. Yeah, okay, we're gonna open up the antediluvian chamber. As per usual, we're gonna do our standard situation of, save it under pre-death, because we're almost certainly going to die, as usual when it comes to these antediluvian chambers. So the first thing we need is 2 people with pretty similar construction levels. Because what we want to do is open up, okay, it's going to be Aiden and Fedocia, because they both have 0 construction. Because the higher a construction someone has, the faster they actually open up or tear down walls. So we really want these to open up at the same time so we can get in there and just, like, wreck house. It'll be great. Aiden, are you prepared? Are you all prepared for this moment? I hope you are, because this is going to be quite a thing. People are going to die, I can almost assure you. Squirrel, you in position? Very good. You 2 may no longer be drafted, but you do need to do a bit of work. Aiden, you are officially going to be a constructor on level 4, but you're going to immediately deconstruct that wall. Same thing with you, Fedocia. Get to tearing down that wall. Everyone else is just gonna, you know, chill out and wait for, you know, those walls to open up. Oh, this is gonna be brilliant. I can assure you, this time we are going to do great things. We're not going to do great. We're going to get torn to pieces. It's going to be hilarious how dead we're going to be by the end of the... Bradley! Back to the defense! Everyone, don't even! Are you serious? Do not do anything outside of sitting on this defensive line. Aiden, do not go in there, I swear to goodness. Like, don't even. Fedocia's opening up the other one. Fedocia, take cover. You might as well more or less hide in the crypt. That's probably a good idea. Aiden's gonna fall into there. Squirrel's gonna kind of like come around the defensive area. We're gonna try to get as much firepower in here as possible. We do need to take down that centipede thing as soon as possible because it is definitely the most dangerous thing in there. We're actually doing a pretty good job when you think about it. Currently, things are more or less under control. If we can just take that down... Come on. What just happened? Blotto's lost his mind? Please stop trying to shoot Squirrel. You guys, open fire on the centipede. Do not shoot Blotto. Squirrel's gonna fight Blotto. It's gonna be fine. Fedocia, take down... Oh, they got us. Again? Again? Oh, no. No. Oh. That's terrible. We got so close. Okay, here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna do it again. I swear to goodness, we are going to get this antediluvian chamber. I cannot stand for it to continue to exist. Our colony is to be officially liberated from the terrible, terrible antediluvian chamber, which is just an oppression upon our society. And hopefully if Blotto could decide to not try to kill us at this point, that'd be great. Because, I mean, Blotto trying to kill Squirrel was definitely not useful, and was maybe actually the reason that we lost that, because, quite frankly, had people actually been targeting the centipede instead of trying to shoot Blotto, I think we would have been in a good position. Okay, at this point, we're doing it again. Deconstruct. These two have to get construction on them. And let's do this. Okay, cross your fingers, everyone. We're going back in. No antediluvian terror is going to succeed at defeating us this time. I don't know exactly. What do we want to do with these two? Fedocia's definitely going to hide in a corner here because she ain't going in there with a spear alone. That is a very bad idea. Aiden, do not go in there. Take cover. Gabe, stop being an idiot. Back onto the defensive line. Everyone's going to open up on that. And hopefully Fedocia cannot get shot by everyone. And as soon as we get a chance to start opening up on the actual centipede, we're going to take our chance. Because we need to take that guy out ASAP. Where are you going, Squirrel? Squirrel! Where are you going? Jeez. Oh, Blotto! No, Blotto! Why? Oh, he's taking it. He's being the hero we need, not the one we deserve. He's taking all the damage for us. Oh, Blotto, you will be remembered into the future, my friend. You are a brave, brave creature. Oh, poor Blotto is totally dead, by the way. I mean, there's no chance. Looks like Scout just got absolutely wrecked. Centipede's down, Centipede's down. Okay, that's really, really good. Cherie is down as well. We're gonna get Fedocia to go rescue Cherie. Come on, Fedocia. Go, 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 go. Okay. Aiden can move into the position where Cherie was in previously. And I think we got this under control, actually. I mean, relatively under control. I mean, it's questionable, really. It's not exactly the most controlled under control I've ever had a situation, but, you know, we're working on it. Scout has officially burned to death, apparently. Surprisingly, Blotto is still alive, despite having been shot a really concerning number of times at this point. Okay. We're gonna move people around on the defensive line a bit. Aiden's going to move up to try to get some shots against that Scyther there. What just happened? Bonded animal's death. Okay, Blotto is now officially dead. I'm surprised, as I said, that he lived that long. He was, of course, on fire for quite a long time. Is Fedocia treating Cherie at this point? Are you playing billiards? Has she been properly treated? Fedocia? Tell me that you can be a oh, she can't be a doctor, okay. That is reasonable. If you can't be a doctor, it is acceptable to play billiards instead of save your friend. That is the one situation in which that is actually an acceptable thing to do. Come on, get him, get him. Okay, Squirrel, can you be a doctor? Squirrel can, in fact, be a doctor. Squirrel is gonna go treat Cherie. Actually, he's gonna run up this way because I don't really want him to get shot too much, if at all possible. Well, that exploded. That was quite nice. Oh, looks like there's a lot of people in there, actually. If you can prioritize treating Cherie, and the Scyther's down. Oh, my word. We did it! I knew we could do it! Jeez, nobody even died there. I mean, Bradley and Gabe are 100% definitely going to need to rest until healed. Who is that reserved by? Who else is seriously injured here? Bates! Since when are you allowed to rest in our place? Jeez. Oh, well, everything's on fire, and there's some dead people here, and that's kind of concerning. I'm gonna level with you. Let's see who these people are, by the way, just before we, deal with everything going on here. Apparently, we've got Richard Longnose, who was a wreckage explorer, and he is only 19. He's got some research, construction, animals. That's not bad. He's psychically hypersensitive, a teetotaler, and he's rather nervous. And then we've got Mezzo, who appears to be incapable of violence. He's a medieval lordling. Glitter World Empathy. Mezzo has an amazing ability to relate to others and mediate conflict. He is selected to train as an empath. Huh. Okay, so he can't hunt. He's a bit of a cannibal. I see. And he's an ascetic, which is okay, but he's really good at social stuff. Oh, we're getting those guys into the colony. So we can definitely capture Mezzo immediately. And I think we have another room. Yeah, this one is going to be set to prisoners. And Magar is going to capture Longnose. I don't 100% know what Bates is doing, at all, but, he's going to do his thing. And my friends, we have succeeded. We have entered. We have claimed an entire section all for ourselves. We do, by the way, kind of need to kill that centipede before it does something really terrible. I don't know, get up and try to kill us. Gabe, what are you doing? Jeez. Gabe's just chilling out trying to beat the fire off of Blotto. Gabe, I'm sorry, Blotto is already dead. There's no way that we can save her. Aiden, do make sure that you melee that centipede to death, because if it comes back to life, I will be very, very angry. Exceptionally angry about that situation. That would be very bad for us, actually. All of this stuff, of course, is going to be all our own. We're going to make it all unforbidden. Gabe, 100%... Well, after you try to recruit Steven, then you are now allowed to go rest until healed. Oddly enough, we need a lot bigger of a hospital than we actually have here, which is kind of concerning, because we have a decent-sized hospital at this point. I mean, regardless, that went actually pretty well. If you ignore the one time that we died a terrible death, that went really well. Nice. Good job, Aiden. You've done a great, beautiful job. Everything is dealt with. This is going to be good. This is what we are looking for, people. This is the sort of society we want. The sort of society that when they see an antediluvian terror, they go in and tear it to pieces. Admittedly dying once or twice or 3 times in the process of trying to do that, but they did succeed in the end. And sometimes that last success is what really matters. You know that to be the case. Well, in the very least, what is that? Is that Plasteel just sitting there? Who just left Plasteel there? Also, is that guy dead? Dude, Squirrel, are you sleeping on a dead guy? That is really weird. Cherie, please move that dead person away from Squirrel. I would really appreciate that, because... Jeez, Squirrel, I know that you're like an animal or something, but you do not have to sleep on a dead person. We are a civilized people here. So are these guys actually okay? Have they been treated? It appears that they have, in fact. Looks like Longnose has not yet been treated. Will not do doctoring. Will not or cannot, Cherie? Apparently cannot. We need to get someone up to deal with Longnose, because we can't afford to have him die. I mean, it's kind of part of what we're trying to do to get him to join the colony, you know? I feel like these guys wouldn't be the hardest people to get into the colony, because we did just save them from forever living in just a hypersleep casket limbo, which I feel, just saying, I feel that that's a good thing to do to people, because I feel like Oh, Gabe, really? Really, you're going berserk? Can you not? Squirrel died of blood loss? Nobody treated Squirrel? Who didn't treat Squirrel? Jeez! These people are brutal. They don't even care in the slightest. How can we get someone to actually, like, treat some of these people? Ugh. That is absolutely terribly brutal. Like, Squirrel didn't have to die of blood loss. That doesn't make any sense. Jeez. Well, okay, I guess Squirrel is now dead. I mean, that's really unfortunate. I hope that the people we got out of here make up for the fact that Squirrel died. I mean, of course, nothing can actually make up for Squirrel. Squirrel was actually, although I may have said bad things about him on numerous occasions, he was a key member of the colony. He was important to us. Everyone, I'm sure, has a fond memory of Squirrel at some point. To see him go is to see a prime member of the colony no longer be. And of course, in such a noble fashion, he's being brought away by a pig. Look, it's okay. We'll deal with it. We're gonna get him a grave soon enough. It'll be okay. I mean, Gabe is currently trying to kill said pig, but, you know. Let's just ignore that. And everyone's actually been treated for their injuries, right? Good. Jeez. Fedosha, as soon as you're done eating that, if you could actually prioritize working on that grave and then potentially put Squirrel in said grave, that'd be great. Just saying. Gabe, your Berserker Rage is over. Eat some potatoes and go rest until you're healed. Bradley? Oh, Bradley is apparently in a psychotic daze or something like that. That is an acceptable reason to no longer be in your bed, Bradley. I expected much worse. Fedosha, you're now going to have to deal with Squirrel. Bury him because he deserves to be buried with full military honors for having been shot and then never treated for his terrible bleeding open gashes of death, which is kind of a pretty bad thing, just saying. Small issue. Gabe, are you done at the graves? He's apparently dwelling on the previous leaders of our colony, which I guess is an okay thing. I mean, it's kind of weird in that I'm pretty sure he thinks he's the best leader ever. I don't know why he'd dwell on those lesser leaders who died in there, but I mean, I guess Gabe was all about like considering the past for a moment, probably because like everyone's been shot and Squirrel died, which is arguably something that would make one be like, oh, maybe I'm nostalgic for the past where everyone wasn't shot and people were dying and we had to open up an antediluvian horror because, you know, I feel like that would be a thing that I'd be pining for. Steven, are you finally ready to join the colony? No, I mean, admittedly, after what just happened, I can kind of understand how Steven maybe wouldn't be the most happy about, you know, joining the colony and all that. I can kind of understand that. We are going to make sure that we reclaim... Ooh, Fedosha has successfully tamed another Muffalo. Fedosha is like a Muffalo whisperer at this point. We're getting so many Muffalos, we're going to have so much milk. But as I was saying, we're going to make sure that we reclaim these walls, as well as the actual cryosleep caskets, so that, you know, we can fix them up and make sure that they're okay. We'll probably, admittedly, end up tearing down these caskets, but at least for the time being, we'll keep them up and running. They can be useful when people are seriously injured. We can just stick them in there and try to, you know, keep them alive for a little while longer. Ooh, shipbuilding basics is done. That is beautiful. What should we get next? I imagine antimatter reactor is a good idea. That's going to be great. Where are we actually going to build the ship? I guess we can build it in here. There's a nice large quantity of space. And that's really what you need to do serious shipbuilding, is a lot of space. So, okay. Longnose appears to be okay at this point. Gabe is healing up. Cherie, I'm pretty sure, is okay. She's got a minor gunshot wound to the right leg. And apparently has no sight, which is a small issue. We may need to give her a bionic eye at some point. But anyway, For now, that'll bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, I can assure you we will not open up an antediluvian horror room because there are no more antediluvian horror rooms left in the colony. We have dealt with that actually pretty nicely. Instead, we will continue to build up the colony, hopefully starting on shipbuilding as well as, stabilizing the fact that everyone just got shot, and that's a small problem. But anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.